We are the youth of the Blackfeet Nation. We are strong and free, like the horses that run through our mountains. We are proud of our history and our traditional teachings. We live with respect for all living things, as we have been taught. Growing up, we have seen this value of respect slip away. Drugs and alcohol, bullying, fighting, the division of families, and the polluting of our lands are threatening who we are as Blackfeet people. We believe it is time for a change for respect and honor.
We are taught to respect our families, our parents and grandparents. They are the ones we depend on and the ones that keep us safe. We show them the greatest respect, knowing that they are forever there for us.
As a Medicine Lodge or Okan person, respect is something that you gain. It is something that you sacrifice for. It is something that you build around. You build your family, you build your integrity, you build your intelligence on respect.
Ultimate respect is looking around at people and knowing boundaries.
Respect means that somebody in your life has told you that there's a given way to present yourself, not only in receiving, but also giving.
I believe that it's when you care for others around you and look after one another and the people around you.
Like being nice, respecting your parents, not talking back. When you're asked to do something, do it the first time. You shouldn't have to be asked twice.
When I hear the word respect, I think of respecting my elders, of helping them out and letting them in line first when we do something, because it respects them and they'll respect us back.
I was taught to always help out the elders and always help the unfortunate and always to give what you got.
Well, the way I was taught respect is you don't look people in the eyes, and you always, anytime an elder asks you to do something, you always do it for them.
Having respect for yourself and elders and people who talk to you and stuff.
My family, my people, elders, my culture. Everything that I believe in, that's about respect.
We respect our elders because they are the people that hold our culture. They are our teachers, the ones that pass to us our Blackfeet language, traditions, and ceremonies. They hold in them the knowledge of what is truly sacred.
I was raised with a lot of respect. Being raised by grandparents, parents, you have to look after my grandparents, and I have to respect them and help them out because they're elders.
My grandparents and my grandma taught me how to respect people by not treating them as strangers but as family.
My dad, he taught me a lot. He taught me lots of things about respect. And my sister did too.
My grandparents, they always taught me, with respect. When I disrespect, they'll stop me and they'll correct me.
Who really taught me how to respect is my grandma, Evie Burdetler. She taught me how to respect and not talk back, do not interrupt when people are talking, and just when your elders walk by, try to help them out, walk or open doors.
But sitting by that drum by my uncle's, that's when I very first learned about respect. That drum, it taught me a lot. Taught me how to learn, how to live, how to present myself. It showed me how to open my ears and open up my mind and just take in everything, learn it once, because sometimes you're going to be shown something once and they're not going to show you again.
If you have those teachings and you have people that have the traditions and been taught those traditions, they're able to pass those on to you. And I think that's one of the very important parts of it, is being able to have people that have that knowledge, that still have that knowledge that's been passed down.
For the earth and all of her creatures, the earth provides us with our very existence, the air, the water, the food, and the shelter that keeps us alive. It is everything to us, and we must take responsibility for keeping it in balance.
Where we live, it's nature and climate and everything's all clean and clear, our water's clear. And the more you go out and there's factories, and the more you hit bigger cities, like the water's polluted and stuff, and the air's not good around in other places. This is like the best place you could grow up to be, with a nice, good climate. And other than that, I would just tell them, stay here your whole life. That way you would have good willing, and elders around here would teach you.
They could start getting out, picking up trash, and they shouldn't be using those styrofoam because they're not biodegradable, and we shouldn't, they should stop the factories because that's what causes the polluted air. Today, we young people, they can show respect by getting out and picking up trash and helping the environment and recycling more often.
Say you're walking on the street and you drop a piece of trash, that's disrespect, but if you pick it up, it's respecting Mother Earth. And I practice respect in that way by showing other people like how I want to be treated. So like if you treat somebody else good, they'll treat you good back. That's a sign of respect.
Every day is a prayer day. In the old days, the old people would stand outside the minute the sun came up and pray and give thanks for the day, thanks for your life and the things that you have, and pray for everybody. We've kind of forgotten how to do that.
It is our traditions that remind us of who we are and what it means to be Blackfeet people. We show respect for our history by practicing the traditions taught to us by our elders and by teaching those traditions to future generations. This is how we continue to keep our Blackfeet heritage within our hearts forever.
Like how I have respect today is I sing with the drum group, and when you sit at the drum and you sing, you have to have respect and be respectful to the people around you and have respect for that drum.
My brothers, they're what they call a Niamska, and my stepdad's a holy man, and they're from long time ago. We follow the traditions from long time ago, and what I am is a chickadee, and that's like the Blackfeet school. Like you would go from a chickadee to a rider, to a warrior, then to a holy man.
The drum keeps reminding me about respect because you have to respect that object. It ain't really just an object. That drum at one point in time was another living being. And that living being sacrificed itself for you so you could carry your voice out for others to hear. So and that makes me, have a great deal of respect for the drum, and it makes me, remind myself of respect.
I say if people don't have respect, they don't have the models, like their mom and dad ain't there, they're raising by their grandparents are really old and elderly, that they kind of stray off the learning path.
Well, I look at everyone else that has given up on everything whether it's sports, school, or just anything in general, and they don't necessarily have the encouragement of someone pushing them, and that's where I think they lose their respect.
We have such a dilemma of young people coming in and leaving the reservation all the time that don't really understand what it is to be Blackfeet. Many young people, when asked if they're enrolled members, don't know what it means to be enrolled. We have a lot of young people who've never been in a teepee that are enrolled members of the tribe. And so a lot of their culture and a lot of their history that's behind them and their families have never been told to them for a lot of reasons. And I think that's why it's good to see a project like this and having you young people being able to be involved in that. Because not only are you forming a lasting film that will document the interest that you're promoting now, but you'll have your name on it. And when people begin to question who put this together, you can say, I did.
We will show respect for ourselves and our peers. We will respect each other's differences. We will show kindness. We will be good listeners, and we will stand up for the goodness we see in others.
You want to have respect for yourself, most of all. And once you respect yourself, you can respect others.
Just when people reach out to you and they want to show you love and give you affection and help you out, try and just be your friend. Just try and let them and not be a rebel and keep people out. Just break down your walls and let people in.
If you don't feel like confident with yourself, you won't have respect. So I strongly believe that they need to accept themselves and love themselves, and then they'll start respecting themselves, then they'll start respecting the people around them and everything else.
You gotta respect yourself. You gotta know who you are. You gotta know where you come from. You certainly gotta know where you're going too.
Look up to older people, not the bad people, but the people that are good, have good goals, and you treat people better than the way you've been treated. And if you treat people even better than you treat your family, always good will always come to you.
Just treat others the way you want to be treated. And even if they don't treat you that way, just keep your head high and still treat them with respect, because that shows you're a better person, and eventually good things will come to you in your life.
There's a traditional saying that the Creator put us here for a reason, and so some of us are beautiful, some aren't, and some are just plodding along or thinking maybe we're never really going to amount to anything, but we will, we do. We all have our way in life, or how we affect people, and to an individual, a young student who thinks maybe nobody cares, people care.
Always remember that you are unique. You're very unique. You're one of a kind. And you're a gifted person. You just need to show those gifts and bring those gifts out yourself.
As the youth of this nation, we will do our best to show respect, just as we have been taught. We will turn away from the negative influences of this world. We will walk the red path and take care of our loved ones. We will be strong and resilient, so we can pass on our Blackfeet teachings to the next generation.
kids running around like vultures. You better love your parents, but treat them with respect. Cause there ain't no second chances, they're the only ones you get. Goes for your grandparents too, this is the advice from me to you. You have to learn the language, ceremonies, and traditions. And for periods, nice ones give you the put on the shelf. And mean ones that kick you to the curb when you most need help. Periods, nice ones, they're the ones you should get. But the mean ones know they don't treat you with respect. Oh, and don't forget Mother Earth, you've seen the trash and the things that you heard. We can make the world our dreams. All we have to do is group and work as a team. We can pick up the trash and clean up the streets. So people, we can make something new. That's my word, and this is to you. Make the change.